Hello, everybody, and welcome to all our brand partners and our preferred customers and customers. This is a very informal basics startup, just a question and answer session, but I'm just doing a little bit of a presentation so that we can just get the basics right again. Right, so let me start the screen sharing and then we can get going. Right. Lifewave Basics, keeping it simple. I think that's the most difficult thing for all of us to do is keeping it simple. We want to know a lot, we want to say not a lot, but keeping it simple is the success story. So all you need to know for a start, and this is for everybody, guys, it doesn't matter what the question is, the answer is X39. We are not making any medical claims, but whether you have a migraine or whether you have something in your liver or whether you bumped your toe, the answer is X39, okay? Then you can add the Eon together. They call the dynamic DO because for those who don't know, Eon is the patch that works with inflammation. And in layman's terms, if you've got a lot of inflammation in your body, the X39 comes in, the stem cells wants to start a healing process, but if there's a lot of inflammation, it wants to eat the stem cells. So it will start first go working on the inflammation, and then only it can start working on the problem area. So if we can add the Eon, that will work on the inflammation. In the meantime, the X39, the stem cells can start working with the healing process. So that's why we always say X39 and Eon. It's also the most important or the biggest sellers. And then I would add Icewave either if there's a pain problem. But usually when there's pain, especially long-term pain, Eon would also assist in that. Right, that's what I speak is X39, Eon, and Icewave. Don't confuse people with too much information, with too many patches. This is what you need to know. Then you need to drink water, drink electrolytes, patch 12 hours on, 12 hours off. How easy is that? Anybody can do that, right? Then I suggest using your patches, the X39 and the Eon, for 2 months, giving your body time to adjust, to work with the inflammation before you start adding many more patches. Just give your body a time to adjust. There might be detox. Detox is not bad. Detox is good. It's your body that's getting rid of all the nonsense and all the, maybe you've had lots of medication, lots of things that's happened in your body. Your body needs to get clean from that. So if you've got detox, drink a lot of water, but it's not bad. Not everybody has detox. Some has bad detox, some has easy detox, some has no detox. Don't let that scare you. Detox is good. It's a sign that these patches are working in your body. Something is happening. At a minimum, use your patches for 3 months. It's so important that everybody knows that. Don't say after a month, these patches are not working. Don't say after a week, no, I think I'm going to make a different decision. Make a commitment to use the patches as a minimum of 3 months, but ideally a minimum of 1 month for each decade of your life. So if you are 70, use it at least, well, I would say 3 months plus 7 months. But guys, after a year, things start happening even more and more. So that is the ideal. If you want more information, basically, if you've got that, that's all you basically need to know. But if you want more information, I found that new people ask the same questions over and over, and I've added those questions on a group that I've got on Telegram called Amanda's Basics on Telegram. There's very basic information on there, but if you've got that, you don't really need much more than that for the beginning. There's a specific subject called patches, or a section called patches. You'll get a lot of information there. Then if you are like videos, you can go and have a look on thisisit.info.com. You can be busy there for days and months and years. Lots of information. But something that a lot of people forget about it is the basic lifewave.com website, especially if you like reading instead of videos. On the bottom of that website, you can look there. This is how the website looks. And you'll see that there are things like patch placement guide, where you will get all the patches, where to place it. You will get information about the preferred customer program, the brand partners. There's a frequently asked questions. There's lots and lots of information there. People are often overwhelmed with all the information that we dump on them. this is a very easy website just to start. Okay, people often say, give me some information. This is the website that you can also give to them if you don't want to overwhelm them with too much information. Then WhatsApp groups, if you're on here, you are probably on a WhatsApp group. That's how you would know about this. I also suggest don't be on too many groups. People really, really get overwhelmed. Be at least on the Lifewave support group, which is a group that I started, and it's quite big. But we try to not make it too busy, but put it on that group at least, and then your sponsors group. Beyond that, later on, in the beginning, just be on those. Later on, if you need more information, go on the abundance group. It's really awesome. There are many other groups as well, but don't overwhelm the new people with too much information. Then the Zoom calls, of course, that's where you're going to get a lot of good information. And we do not say attend all the Zoom calls. There are Zoom calls every single day, but don't feel that you have to attend all the calls. But now choose at least one call a week that you can go on, because that's where you're also going to hear the testimonies. And in the testimonies, you're going to go, oh, I didn't know your hair can start growing from these patches. Oh, somebody says they've got osteoarthritis, or they've got diabetes, or whatever. And maybe it's something that you didn't even think about. So you'll learn a lot on the Zoom calls. And what I found is there's so much information, people can't hear everything the first time anyway. Sometimes the second or the third time you look at the same presentation and suddenly it's like, oh, nobody told me that. So that's a good place to get information. And then you can see on this website, this little page that I've got, you see this little blue circle? That is live chat. And that's the customer services of Lifewave. It's awesome. You can ask them any question. If you've got a problem with your order, or you don't know how to change things, or what does this mean, or where can I find something, speak to live chat. They're really very helpful. All you need to know is your username and your user ID. They often ask your email address as well, and they will help you. They are very helpful. I think it's a resource that we don't use enough, and it's really available there for us all to be helped. So I just want to quickly talk about a customer. When a new person comes into the company and they want patches, what are their options? There's the retail customer option, where you will pay a full retail price of, let's just talk X39, $150. There's not many people doing that because there are so many better options. First one is the preferred customer, where you will get at least 33% discount. So you will pay only $100 instead of $150. You're going to put in a monthly order, and it doesn't cost you anything. So for no money, you're going to get the much cheaper price. And we want you to use the patches every month, because, as I said earlier on, at least 3 months plus a decade, a month for every decade of your life. And after 3 months, you'll start getting, after your fourth order, actually, then every third month, you will get 10 free patches. So that's really great. But the one that I really like is the Preferred Customer Plus. Same story as with the Preferred Customer, except you pay once off $25. And then every single month, right from your first order, you are going to get 10 free patches. That's really an awesome awesome option. And then as with the preferred customer, on month 12 or month 13, you will get a whole sleeve of patches for free. But the person who invited you into the company will explain this to you. And there's a 19-day money-back guarantee. So you cannot lose, you can only win. So what is the best option? And I'm going to talk about it here. You have to decide for yourself. But this is my recommendation. In my opinion, start people off as a preferred customer or preferred customer plus. Even those people who say that they want to use the business opportunity for the earning potential, let them get results. Let them start talking to people. Let them start on the preferred customer option. Cost $100, doesn't, it's just the easy way. And as soon as they've got people that's interested, they can start telling people immediately. But you know how it is in reality. People start using it, and it takes a few days before they get their patches. And then it takes a while before they start telling people. The moment they can start immediately, even as a preferred customer, the moment they've got somebody that's interested, then convert them as a brand partner. And then they've got 9 weeks that they can make use of the business launch bonus, because then they will be ready. They'll know where their website is. They'll know how things work. They'll just would have found their feet. So that's my suggestion. And just remember something, your new sign up is going to do exactly what you do. So my suggestion is by signing them up as a preferred customer first, they will learn how the process works. They will see how a preferred customer, how their website looks. They will see how they can change the date of the orders, how they can change the orders. They will see when they add a new person as a preferred customer, how their website will look. So if you're not sure how the PC options work, I realized today that a lot of people don't realize how the PC options work, and then they rather make people a brand partner. If you're not sure, please talk to me and we'll do some more training and I'll help you with that. Right, let's just quickly talk about the user profiles or websites where you can order, where you can change your orders. So for customers and preferred customers, they have a simplified website. They're going to use www.lifewave.com, and in the top right side of your screen, there's a sign in button, and then they will put in their username and password. That's what the customers and preferred customers use to get their simplified website. A brand partner can also use that option, but a brand partner can just go directly to www.backoffice.lifewave.com, and they get a full website, a real office where you can see your points, you can see the people in your team, you can see everything. So now the question is how to save money in Lifewave. And why put this here? Because as brand partners, we often get the objection about it's too expensive. And it's a reality, especially in South Africa. It is expensive, but there are easy ways to make it affordable for you. So let's talk about preferred customers. How can they save money? First of all, I would say join as a preferred customer plus, because by just joining with the $25 once off, which is about 500 Rand in South Africa, in the end, you're going to get plus minus 7,200 Rands value of patches for your once off fee of 500 Rand. Second way, promotions. There are monthly promotions. We never know what it's going to be and when it's going to come, but there are things like buy two, get one for free. There are many such amazing promotions. So keep your eyes on that. It will always be posted on the WhatsApp group and also on your email. So make sure that you sign in for emails. Then you get the performance bundle. That's when you use X39 and X49. Instead of paying $200 for it, you're only going to pay only $180. So you're saving $20 and then buying in bulk. For instance, if you buy 3 of the Eons, any of the secondary patches, you, instead of paying $70 each, you're only going to pay $50. So in effect, it works out at around about 3,100 Rand for 3 months. And I helped somebody the other day, they could not afford the X39, but I started them on the Eon. They had great results because they already, their bodies already started, the patches started working on the inflammation in the bodies, and they actually had patches for 3 months. So that's a great option to start changing and making it possible for people. What can brand partners do? They have these options. Remember that upgrading is always cheaper than buying directly from your shop. So when you become a brand partner, you've got enrollment options called Core, Advanced, Advanced Plus, and Premium. And let's say you started on Core, instead of buying separate patches, rather go to upgrade to Advanced, and you're going to get it much, much cheaper. It's always cheaper. You also get the promotions, as I said, with the preferred customers, the performance bundle, you can buy in bulk. And then there's another option that you can get is the maintenance packs. So for instance, you can buy 7 X39s for the price of 6 and stay active for 6 months. That's a saving of between 2,000 and 2,200 Rand. So these are the options that you have to get patches for cheaper. The person who introduced you to Lifewave cares about you and wants you to get results with your health and your wealth, if that's what you want, if you want the wealth option as well. So go back to that person or their upline and ask on the Lifewave support group. There are always people there who are willing to help. You also feel free to contact me directly. There's my number. And that is just a quick that I wanted to share to make sure that everybody has the basic information and they know how to get started and get results with Lifewave.